What's up guys, we are doing a deck profile for you guys today. It's going to be for the leader Pan. Why am I showing off Pan? This is an old deck. It's bad, it's terrible, it's got a mediocre effect is what you might be thinking. Or you might have never heard of it at all. It's quite an old leader. Now, I thought that too, or to be honest I didn't think at all about this leader. Until I say Instagram's Otaku Store Berlin page posted that this one on locals and I was like, I gotta check this out. And it's true, it's actually a really good deck since Saints Showdown came out, as I will get into it a bit later. I'm going to read the leader for you guys. When you play a battle card, choose that card. It gains plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then if its power is 20,000 or more, draw one card. That sounds terrible up until the Saints Showdown and the Gotens deck came out. That actually indirectly made Pan quite strong and quite competitive maybe in your local scene. And possibly might even get you quite far into a regional event. So when your life is at 4 or less, you may choose up to 2 of your energy, switch into active mode, and flip this card over, which is fantastic as well, because you 2 energy, because you're already getting your draws from the battle cards being played, and then you get to flip it over and have enough to activate a topo, which ends your opponent most people's turns because they don't want to discard to attack you. When you play a battle card, choose that card and it gains plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. If its power is 20,000 power more, draw one card. So same again, but this time when it attacks, it draws one card. So potentially 2 cards you get to draw from the leader on your own turn, which is actually really good, especially when you see the rest of the deck. So we're just going to start off by getting the super combos out the way. So Raditz, Saying You, and SS Broly Awakening Attacker. You're putting a lot into your drop, so this becomes live pretty quickly, which is really good because you want to turn on the pressure, you want to get onto your opponent and start attacking them really fast. And obviously Raditz, Saying You, it's just a staple, draw 2 cards, put 1 back. Fantastic super combo. Every red deck should be playing it, unless they have a good reason not to. We're showing off the skill list now. So these are all really relevant. Obviously, if it was possible, I would just play 10 of this boy, but unfortunately, you have to play monsters, and there's only 1 red monster that suits the that fits in the deck. So you just have to play 5 of the other boys. The ratios between these don't matter. You can play 4 of the yellow ones and 1 green one, or 3 to whatever you like. This is just the way I found it. Yep. They are skillless monsters, which you'll find out why that's relevant with the showing off of Natonde Village Ritual, Monstrous Encounter, and then the Searcher for the field spell, Coco, dedicated to the village. So what you want to do when you're playing this deck is you draw your 6 cards. If you don't see Coco, put a lot of your cards back and try and draw Coco, because she searches out the field spell, which when this card is played, add up to 1 Natonde Village from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This card is just fantastic for the deck. When this card is placed in your battle area, add up to 2 skillless monsters, which then activates this. 2 skillless monsters with an energy cost of 2 or less, so these. Then once per turn, choose 1 Coco, so this will be in your battle area, and place it at the bottom of your deck. Choose up to 1 skillless monster card, energy cost 2 or less, and play it. So you get to play one of these boys, which you're going to probably want to play this guy, as I will tell you later why. You will want to play, and because it's 2 skillless battle cards, that will then allow you on your opponent's turn to play Monstrous Encounter. Choose up to 1 skillless monster card in your hand with an energy cost of 2 or less, and play it in rest mode. If you play the card, it becomes the target of the attack, and if you were paying attention, it's okay if you weren't, Pan adds plus 5,000 to that attack. So you play this out in rest mode. Someone tries to attack your leader, even if it was a bit of topo or robotic Repose or something that had 15 to 20k attack. Well, robotic Repose doesn't have 20k attack, but if they're attacking you with a battle card with 20k attack to your leader, usually that would be enough, even if it was awakened, to take a life. But because the target is suddenly being changed to this boy, and he'll have 25,000, and you get to draw a card, usually people won't try the combo to kill a skillless battle card. So then when goes to your turn, you just have a 20k beater on your side of the field, which again is going to put more pressure on your opponent. So I just think this is kind of mind-blowing and being slept on quite a lot. If you don't know what it does, that can definitely catch you off guard, especially in the best of one format. So then, because it's a skillless deck, we're just playing Nimbus Master. It's fantastic that you can send one skillless battle card from your drop area to your warp and play it from hand. Just tap one energy for that. If it's your opponent's turn at the end of a battle, where this was using the combo, play up to one skillless battle card when energy cost 2 or less from your deck, or drop here, shuffle your deck if you locked through it, and you can't activate the auto skill for this again for the turn. That's pretty much mandatory in every skillless based deck. And then we're playing SSB Kaba Spirit Resonance. We're just playing it because the +1 it gets minus 1000 power for the turn. You can choose a battle card or Unison card. A lot of times this deck will struggle with a card like Boo Unison, where that can just put one of my skillless dinosaurs at the bottom of a deck. So we can minus 10,000 from that, and then just hit it with double strikes and whatnot. So it's I only play it under certain circumstances. That's why I have the Searcher in hand, rather than so I can combo this away if I don't actually need to use that Unison, because most of the time I'm going to be wanting to use this Unison. Why this Unison is better? Well, that's a silly question. This is just by far in every way the best red Unison in the game. It provides you protection against counters. You can blow up a 15 power or less card, a free draw, and you've got stuff with Rejuvenate, which is allows you to like pick a. Or this is what I was talking about earlier, is the fact that you can pick this boy, who is choose up to one of your red battle cards with energy cost of 3 or less. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards with power less than or equal to the chosen cards and KO them. This card gains Rejuvenate once per turn. Remove 2 marks from this card for your turn. So that's what's fantastic. As I was explaining, that's why it's so fantastic, is that in the Demon Clan deck, they're all 15k 3 marker guys. This guy has 2 markers, so it fits in, and he's 20,000 power. So that it's just phenomenal, because you can blow up cards like Topo, or well, I'm kind of drawing a blank on cards at 20,000 base, but that's quite a lot of options. Bojack the Evildoer, like, that absolutely destroys Bojack's field. So and you know, even more. I can't really. That'll blow up most people's fields if anyone just spams out monsters. The synergy between them is fantastic, and then even more synergy is you can pick load the new ruler. So once this is on 3 markers, just play this out, double strike. Your opponent can't block it. Right at its best. Why isn't it? How did it ever get limited? Broly, Crown of Retribution. Basically, if you just want to rip a card out of your opponent's hand, it's really, really good in the late game, especially if you see them add like. I'm trying to think of a card. If you see them adding a God Sealing or something like that to hand, you can rip it out with this, or force them to actually use the God Sealing on it. Violent Rays, just a staple for red. Kind of could end your opponent's turn, and you can put a card into your drop area, setting up certain things. I'll show you what you want to put into your drop area. Galactic Meteor, it's kind of just another freeze of death ball, but for Saiyans. Topo, every red deck should play it. Stops your opponent from attacking you, or, well, doesn't stop them, but you know, they have to. Discard 2 cards, which is a terrible idea. Nobody wants to do that. Woman the Money Girl. Anyone who's playing Supreme Kai Space Time with time, or doing any sort of removable effects, this girl comes out and gives you just a free blocker. Pretty good if you're running Earthlings in your deck. Or if you're leaders in Earthling, sorry, which Pan is Saint and Earthling. This is the card I'd want to put my drop from, using the effect I mentioned previously of the Topo. Or like, well, I just want to discard this card. I just want this in the drop, because I can tap 1 red, send this card from my drop to my warp, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 5,000 power for the turn. That comes good when you're trying to just combo for game. Just good removal. Tap 2 if your leader card is red. And you place this card from your hand in your drop area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignore your barrier, and it gets minus 2,500 power for the turn. Whenever you play this card, when this card is played from your hand, choose all of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 power less than KO them. But it's a powerful effect if you want to tap 3. If somebody has large board presence, you can just wipe the floor. It's kind of a really cheap Supreme Clive time. Like the Lights Guide. Overwhelm 3, when you play this card using Overwhelm, if your leader card is red or blue, choose one of your leader cards against plus 5,000 power, so there's great synergy. That this can go up to 20,000 attack, and then this gives this 20,000 attack. Sisters working together. And you also get to draw one card off both, so pretty powerful. Obviously double strike per game. This should go in almost every skillless based deck, because if your leader is a Saiyan card, or every Saiyan skillless based deck I should say. Your opponent's 2 more energy. As I was saying, Son Goku Pat of Power should be played in every skillless Saiyan deck. Really good. And then, because it's Pan, and this is probably the best Unison, Pan Time Patrol Maiden pretty much works as a hatch for the deck, and there's not much more to really say about it. One of the best cards, or one of the best SCRs ever, and you know, it's Pan. It's a Pan deck. Why not? So this was my kind of take on the deck I saw on the Otaku Store Berlin page. If you have any questions or any comments below, please subscribe, and have an awesome day. Goodbye.